Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Weedle with another map review. This time I have Sand River. I'm going to talk about Sand River, some positions to play, what not to do, and I would do that real quick. Don't go north. Um, just for, just as a visual, TD here, TD here. Look at all this open ground you have to cross just to get into base. You're going to get chewed up. Just don't go north. This map is rarely won with a north play. Sometimes it happens, but as a typical game, if I see a team go north, there's probably an 80 to 85% chance to just outright lose the match. So I just think it's a bad play. Don't go. So where do you go? Well, the center area, if you start playing it pretty well, there's a really strong TD spot here at H7 that you can play. I know Quickie Baby had a video on that. Very strong position. You can shoot anything that's trying to play the middle. The other side has some similar positions, but let's talk about like the light tank play for a moment. You just want to rush up here, get initial spots to see what is going south. And after you get the initial spots, we know there's a couple of tanks. Good. We need to start thinking about how to get damage in. So I spoke about this on the Manheim map guide I did with the what was that? Mana Core. About the initial spots, really easy to do. But after that, you have to try to figure out how to get damage in. So, right here, one quick shot in. 2, 3 auto loaders are great, aren't they? Fair and balanced. So, right now, pretty solid start to the game. I need to relocate because there's not much reason for me to be here. I'm not really spotting for anything. There's no TDs back here sniping. My heavies moved up, so at this point, it's close in range battle. They can deal with it. So where do I go? Well, I need to figure out where their team is, so I can try to scout around this hill, or I can do a standard play after I get some spots here. I noticed they got plenty of tanks in mid, so when I see a lot of tanks in mid, this is the play I'm going to do in my lights, my mediums, and generally heavies. Now, understand when I'm playing heavies, Russian tanks, like in tier 8, a lot of times I'm in like a Skoda, a defender, really just sitting here, not your big super German heavies. So I'm generally in tanks that have a little bit more versatility to them than that. So that allows me to run straight into this building. Now from this side of the map, it's really simple to get to the side of this building. You're protected, pretty much coming all the way in. Once you're here, let's talk about the ways to play it. Don't go around the left. So around the left, they have shots on you from F1. Not a good choice. Around the right, you're pretty careful. Safe for the most part. They can shoot, some TDs can shoot you from back here, but like I said, there's a pretty safe spot because you got this hill, this little rock right here, which does give you some hold down protection. So the weakest spot of your tank, most of the time they can't really hit. And as you can see, if you're in like a medium or light tank, they can't even spot you because you're double bushed. So this can end up being a really good position, and yes, at tier 10 mediums you can still do this in a lot of them anyways. Probably not like a German E50M, but anything that has pretty good camo values can come to this position. I've done it with my Concept 5 as well, didn't have any issues. The only thing that can really spot you is anything, if there's a light tank up here, they'll obviously spot you, but if you're at this corner and you're getting spotted by just kind of poking just a little bit, you know there's a light tank up here, just start blind firing the bushes. Eventually you'll find them and chase them out. But from a light tank perspective, look at all the spotting damage. I'm basically able to prevent them from playing that hill. And I can move around here. They have no idea I'm here. I haven't even been spotted at this location. So it's quite frustrating on them. I'm able to just back up a little bit, get double bushed. And this guy is dead. So yeah, this is fire ghost round right here. We're going to fast forward a little bit. I'm up to 2,000 spotting, 700 damage. The Scorpion there is going to make a run for it. So I see it, just back up just a little bit. So there he is. First round goes a little bit wide, unfortunately. Second one connects. Third one connects. I'm also going to pick up a little bit of spotting damage for it right there. So 2,300 assist, 1,100 damage. So like I said, this is a very good position. As soon as this And alright, I'm going to point out some other positions. Alright, so here's that XM playing that TD spot right here. This TD spot gives you excellent damage into here. So I did mention that I would let you know how to get into this building from the other side. So the other side's a little bit different. You can't just drive straight through here. If you do, they're going to spot you, and you're going to be taking fire from all over the place. It's basically death to try to do this. Tanks even from over here will be shooting you. Back here they'll be shooting you. So how do you get here? Well, oddly enough, if you've gone south and you're playing about where that Pershing and Type 63 around that J1-2 area, you actually just drive straight down this little ravine straight into town into this position, right through the middle of the map. Uh, which I know sounds kind of crazy. You're like, well, you kidding? They're going to shoot you the entire way. Actually, they don't. The thing is like all these buildings give you cover. The ridge here gives you cover. There's a small window right through here that tanks can kind of shoot you from back here. I've had it happen like once in like 50 games. So, actually a really safe way to get to this position. And once you're in this position, you can essentially you hold down. You get to engage all these tanks, and you can snipe into their base if their TDs get spotted. So really strong position. And then when it comes time to push, you just push straight down and go through. From the other side, you just kind of come straight down through here and push around. So it's actually a really good spot from both sides. Like I said, this map's pretty much mirrored, so what's a good play on one side is good on the other. So I've moved up to this rock here, and this is just going to start allowing me to spot out their base. Yeah, normally you would come in here at light tanks. You can do it in mediums as well. You get this rock you can kind of hide behind. And, you know, up to 3,600 spotting, 1,100 damage. So definitely going to be farming a little bit of damage here. Even 90, still, if you let the aim go all the way to in, actually it's not that inaccurate, especially when you're shooting at the broadside of a heavy. 1,600 damage. We're going to fast forward just a little bit. I've spotted their artillery, so I get to finish him off. Up to 2,000 damage, 3,600 spotting. So far, my heavies, let's talk about like the next push. So the Su-130, excellent position. He's going to have shots on F1 from there, and he's just outside their render range. The XM's pushing up. As you're advancing with heavies, going from like little ridge to ridge, so like this TS-54, this Caravets has moved up, and then you'll just kind of move up to the next one, and then the next one, just slowly progressing into their base. And like I said, from the north play, don't do it because it's wide open, so it's a bad push. So right here, as you see, I've spotted the Scorpion again. That was just bad aim. But the next one connects. He decided he's going to try to run somewhere else. Finish him off. 2,300 damage, 4,000 spotting. That's actually a really good game on for a light tank in Tier 8 on Sand River. So we'll see if we can get a little bit more here. Going to fast forward it just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm into the edge of their base. From this position, normally what I'll come do is come right through here and try to get up under this and then proxy spot all this. But the way this map's progressed, I'm actually doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to try to get to their Scorpion up here. Unfortunately, he gets finished off. Do spot there already right there. Unfortunately, he did not stay in position. And I'm going to take this nice little slide down right here and try to get a couple of shots in. Managed to just get one. 2,500 damage, 4,000 spotting. I'm aggressively moving toward this score to 56 because at this point the game's over. I don't really care if he kills me. If I can get one more shot in, I will absolutely do that. I do get assisted damage though for him because apparently I was spotting him. I'm not sure what really shot him, but yeah, that's a solid game. 2,500 damage, 4,300 spotting. Let's see what the after battle report says, and I hope this gave you some ideas of how I advance through this map or how I play it. Obviously the south push I think is really, really strong because there's a lot of squishy TDs that like to get into F1, but once you're there and you can deal with that, you can push straight into base from there a lot easier than you can from the north. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you like the video, like it, please subscribe, really helps me out, and hope to see you in some battles. Alright, let's take a quick look at the after battle report. 2,535 damage, 3 kills, 3,375 assisted damage, spotted 6 tanks, got fire for effect, spotter, and of course mastery badge ace tanker. Pretty solid game. My general advice on Sand River is, basically north of the map. It's useless, and the middle of the map and the south end, pretty good ways to push. Depending on how they set up, I make that play through the center of the map pretty often. Like most maps, I think being aggressive and taking strong positions is kind of the key to success. So hopefully this helps you out, and hope to see you in some battles.